For those who know me, understand what Gears of War 4 is to me, and how high my anticipation was for this game. I bought into the hype, bought the limited edition console, the collector's statue edition, the Chainsaw Lancer, the controllers, yep, and I set it all up on my display shelf and looked at my Gears collection in excitement before playing the game. Then it hit me. What if it sucks? There have been so many lackluster games and sequels out the last couple years. What if it happens again with Gears of War 4? Well, it pleases me to inform you that there is absolutely nothing to worry about. This is exactly what Gears of War's proverbial comeback needed to be. You wouldn't be totally wrong to say this game plays it a little safe, almost as if it's retreading old ground from previous games. However, it gives longtime fans the gift of feeling like you're returning to the Gears world we love so much, and gives new players the overarching sense of being introduced to it for the first time. It handles this very well, using the new characters of JD, Del and Kate as the entry point, and Old Man Phoenix, Marcus Phoenix, as the connective tissue from the old trilogy. We come into Gears 4 some 25 years later, after the events of Gears of War 3. With most of Earth's population decimated by warring with the Locust Horde, the COG are left to rebuild planet Sera and start over again. This time, the COG-based colonies are built protected by giant walls for protection, which separates the outsiders who refuse to join the COG. They live out in their own constructed villages, scavenging what they can to get by, whilst keeping mostly to themselves. JD Phoenix was a member of the COG at the behest of his father, Marcus, but he has now since joined Kate and the Outsiders, which is where the game begins. Everything you love is still there. The gunplay, the iconic Chainsaw Lancer, the familiar sounds, the snappy cover system, which is better than ever I might add, the tone and epic scope. Oh, and there's plenty of ludicrous giving about that too. Gears 4 is even the most character driven and humorous entry to date, really adding to the overall sense of legacy of the world. The gameplay also feels very much more refined. Maybe it was just my muscle memory, but my wall bouncing and active reloads went off like I never stopped playing. The story of Gears of War 4 takes place over one night, and is a non-stop action blockbuster with plenty of massive set pieces, intense tight combat arenas, eerie dark sections that bring it back to its roots. However, something is amiss with the COG, and the very DB robots they built to restore Sera have turned on our heroes. Add to that, the confusion over what exactly the new threat dubbed the Swarm actually is puts JD and crew right in the middle of it, as they search out Marcus Phoenix for answers and for help. As for the multiplayer, it's as good as ever. Horde Mode 3.0 being my main attraction, which still remains a fan favourite, and has had its base difficulty amped up a bit since Gears of War 3. Part of the reason this review is so late is because I've been stuck into online multiplayer so much.
There we go.
My other main favourite is Team Deathmatch, which the Coalition have finally implemented a skill-based ranking system, so you get pitted against players of similar ability. This is great, so you're not always getting placed in the games full of elite players and getting natted every 2 seconds. Turns out I'm a bronze level, and I'm okay in saying that. I'm secure in myself to admit that. I've yet to really notice any problems with servers, or finding matches, but there have been some people online voicing their troubles, but that's to be expected at launch these days. For a limited time, if you buy Gears of War 4, you also get downloadable copies of Gears of War 1 to 3 and Gears of War Judgment for free to really round out your experience. 5 games for the price of 1? Why wouldn't you get it? Gears of War 4 stands up to continue the path of being one of the biggest games on the Xbox platform, which now extends to Windows 10 on PC. Yes, Gears of War 4 is an Xbox Play Anywhere title, so we can now play with our PC players and vice versa. It also means this is cross-buy digitally, so you can buy on Xbox and go to your PC and keep playing if the game is installed on both systems. Gears of War 4 was made by developers of Coalition, a studio specifically built to make games in the Gears of War franchise, with one of the original co-creators of Gears of War, Rod Ferguson, coming over to head the team. We were in good hands to start with, yet the end result speaks volumes of that assumption. During my weekend playthrough of the campaign, I could not stop the sense of joy and relief knowing they've nailed the one game franchise I love so much. It's great knowing Gears is in good hands going forward. and I implore everyone to go play Gears of War 4. It's amazing.